fishing. People, when you're in the mood, let's go fishing. Well, it's just me and you. Head on down to the fishing hole. Grab your hat, get your pole. Let's go fishing when you're in the mood.
Canadian Sport Fishing is brought to you in part by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Yamaha, conquer outdoors. Dickies, quality workwear since 1922. Blue Cam, a cleaner running engine for a cleaner environment.
I love traveling all over the world, fishing both for saltwater and freshwater fish, and I've had the opportunity to travel quite a bit. But one trip that I look forward to whenever I get a chance is to come to the west coast of North America and fish the Pacific Ocean. This week, we have the privilege of traveling to SUND'S Lodge. Now, it's a bit of a trip. We leave from Toronto and fly all the way to Vancouver, British Columbia. From Vancouver, we overnight. The next morning, we take a shuttle to the South Terminal. And then we fly Pacific Coastal Airlines all the way up to Port Hardy. Once we get there, sounds like a road trip, right? There's a van waiting for us, which takes us to Port McNeill, which is right on the coast. There, staff from SUND'S Lodge are usually waiting for us with boats. We put all of our gear in the boats, and it's about a 15-minute, very pleasant boat ride to SUND'S Lodge. As soon as you approach the lodge, you notice that it's on a wide expanse of land. There's a beautiful dock, and you see most of their staff right on the dock, and they're already singing. They're waiting for you, and they greet you, and then everyone helps you with your luggage and everything. There's an orientation meeting that takes place. There's refreshments. People get their licenses done, and then all you do is change and get in the boats and go fishing. What a nice break. We're getting into like July and June. You know, we had rain earlier. We had some great salmon fishing. They kicked our butts. We had about 3 fish on, landed 1. Now we're out here taking advantage of this flat water. It's one of those quillbacks. Here, let me flip it in like one of those Bassmasters TV shows. Nice variety of fish. You know, you get all kinds of these bottom fish. This guy's hooked just on the bottom of the jaw. There we go. This is one of those MFS baits. They're actually developed on the East Coast for cod fishing, but they work good even here. And even though we're fishing in about almost 200 feet of water, we can still get it down there pretty good. You know, for this bottom fishing, SUND'S Lodge has really nice heavy outfits with 100-pound braided line. I'm using what looks like an ultralight reel. This is the Hydrus, and it's a size 20 that we use back in Ontario for like light salmon fishing using downriggers and stuff to play around. So I've got it rigged with 40-pound Suffix 832 braid, which is a little bit light. Not so much for the fish, but what happens when you're using these jigs, every once in a while you clip the bottom. And if you're using a lighter braid, a lot of times you can't get it off the bottom, you'll break off. Now, the eyes don't normally stick out like that. That's because it came from such deep water. So literally, you know, this is a food fish. So look at, I love the way those spines stick up. I think they're a neat fish. Do you want to open the box? Sure. Jacob, and I'm just going to pop him down so you can keep our salmon company. There we go. SUND'S Lodge is a very unique destination located on Malcolm Island. When you arrive by boat, the first thing you see is an amazing elevated dock system that takes you all the way to the mainland. When you get to the mainland, you're greeted by some animals, some alpacas, which are free roaming on the grass right in front of the resort. Sometimes you even see some wild deer, and there's some rabbits, so there's quite a bit of wildlife there. The lodge is very rustic. You have a main lodge where we have our dinners and where we have our get-togethers, and then there's beautiful cabins that we sleep in and enjoy just quiet time. The owners of SUND'S Lodge have invested a lot of money, and they've upgraded everything at this location. When it comes to fishing, the boats that SUND'S uses are custom-made. They're made out of aluminum, but they almost look like a Zodiac hull. They have air chambers underneath. They're extremely safe, very comfortable. They have a cabin, they have a head, and they also are very spacious and equipped with all of the equipment that you need for fishing. Kind of like bass fishing. Run and gun, we're hitting different spots, just trying to get a variety of fish. You can see why they call them yellowtail. It has that nice yellow tail, and they kind of remind me of a smallmouth bass. There, look at. That look like about a pound smallmouth bass. Just gonna toss him back in. There he goes.
Bit of a lighter action rod than I was using earlier, so this feels a little more substantial of a fish, but nope.
Oh yeah, here, it's a little pull back.
He's got some war wounds on him, it looks like.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, something went to grab him. Look at this side. You can see some scales are missing. Okay, you know what? Nice little fish. I'm gonna let you get back to fishing. I'm gonna put the pliers right down here, Ben.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Cable's Eyewear Retainer. Lightweight, comfortable, adjustable, and waterproof.
If there's one fish that people want to catch when they come to SUND'S Lodge, it's the majestic Chinook salmon. Even though you can get 5 different species of salmon and a variety of bottom fish, it's the Chinook salmon that can grow to weights of 40, 50, and even 70 pounds. For most people, if they get a fish over 30 pounds, it's called a tai, and it's a real trophy fish. The salmon fish at SUND'S Lodge, it's normally done in comfort, and it's done by trolling with downriggers. They use Scotty downriggers, they have center pin reels with mooching rods, and also conventional boat reels, level winds. They have all the gear and extremely experienced guides. One thing that I like about fishing at SUND'S Lodge is that it's not the open ocean. So you always have protected waters to fish. Often you'll only be about 50 to 100 feet off a shoreline, and the water will be 200 to 300 feet deep. Jacob, you know what? I use Scotty downriggers on the Great Lakes. You know, I've never spoken to someone that's had an issue with them, which is interesting. So to me, they're like a real workhorse.
Totally, they're a well-made product.
And they're easy to use. Canadian made, that's what I like. I think we got a salmon on. You know what? I don't mind if it's cold like this and I gotta wear gloves. This is one reason why people love to get these salmon. They're great fighters. Man, that was a long run. Okay, look at what a nice fish, Ben.
Beauty.
What a fight.
I can see the colors.
Okay, now
already.
we're not gonna mess around. I'm gonna back up. I don't know if he's gonna do some, yeah, I don't know if he's gonna do some head shakes. He can take drag if he wants. I got it up. Yes, sirree. What a go, guys. That was awesome. Look at the size of this fish. It's got so much energy. Now, I think it's a female. This is where I get my hoodie experienced with some slime on it. What a gorgeous fish. Oh, you know what? They're hard to hold. I think the customers love to be by that sun sign. Yeah, come on in, Shad. Ben, come on in here. Look it, that's what it's all about, right here from SUND'S Lodge. The other type of fishing that's available at SUND'S Lodge is called bottom fishing. That's where anglers that have probably already fished for salmon early and late in the day when the tide has been right will fish the slack tide. And they'll go to an area, sometimes close to kelp beds, sometimes close to structure, submerged structure off of shorelines, or even in the open areas where there are pinnacles that come up in deeper water, and they'll target fish like halibut, lingcod, and a multitude of rockfish or snapper that live on the bottom. That type of fishing is very easy. You just use a jigging rod with a level wind reel or a center pin reel, and use very heavy jigs that go right to the bottom, and you just lift them up and down. So it's a type of fishing that you don't need to cast, you don't need to troll. You either drift with the current or you anchor. And before you know it, you have a fish on. They kind of get you by surprise, you know, because you drop it down. I don't mind this at all. It's a nice break from fishing the deep water, getting those nice salmon. Look at those colors on that. I was hoping to get a bunch of these just to look at him. I don't know if he's going to fall off. He's like hooked ever so lightly. But look at how pretty they are with all these accent stripes, the eyes. I have as much fun catching these smaller guys because there's such a variety as I do getting the big ones, you know, like a big Chinook or a halibut or a big lingcod. If people ask me, you know, what's the second most popular fish to catch when you go to SUND'S Lodge, it would be a toss-up between a halibut and a lingcod. A lingcod is indeed that. It's a cod. It's a long fish that almost has like a snake body. It's mottled. It has a large head, lots of teeth, and it can grow to weights of over 50 pounds. Lingcod are very aggressive fish. And it's very common to hook a smaller rockfish, let's say under 4 pounds, and as you're reeling it up, all of a sudden it gets a lot heavier. And that's because the lingcod has grabbed it. Lingcod fight well, they look beautiful. They're like camouflage colors with brightly colored fins and this beautiful head. But not only that, they are a delicacy to eat. And here at SUND'S Lodge, you're allowed 2 to take home a person, which is plenty to enjoy with the whole family. These are pretty heavy rods. These guys are scrappy. It's not a big fish, but they got lots of energy.
I got another little one.
Good, I do too. We got double headers, all right. Wow, well done, Ben. Bring that over. If we can land that guy, I want to show everybody. That is a gorgeous fish. This is a tiger rockfish. Look at, isn't that a nice fish? Mm-hmm. Look at those stripes. It's kind of neat getting a variety. It reminds me of being like down south in saltwater, where you never know what you're going to catch. Okay, hopefully it'll take off. Come on, go, 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 go. You can do it. You can. Bye. Phew, gone. You know what? It reminds me of like Nemo, like a clownfish with those stripes. I know. This is amazing.
We released them now.
Okay, let me get the black bass back. I call it a black bass. I guess it's a yellowtail. Beautiful fish. Doesn't that look like a smallmouth?
It looks exactly like a smallmouth.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this one's going to go back. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Got a nice bend in the rod. Curious to see what it is. Yeah, that fish must have been there with its mouth open when the spoon went down, because I was just ready. I touched bottom, went to lift up, and bang. He's not fighting now. He was earlier. Let's see, what are you? Yeah, it's a ling. Okay, look at it. Okay, it's a nice ling. Oh, might come off. No, I don't think it's gonna come off. I guess that's a keeper size, right? Isn't that a nice fish? Look at. I know some people think they're ugly. I think they're beautiful. Man, look at that mouth. He can eat a lot of smaller fish, let me tell you. Beautiful. I love the camouflage colors. I bet you when one of their prey is down there, they don't even see the lingcod coming. It just darts out, grabs whatever it's going to eat, and then goes right back into its cave, lair, hole, wherever it lives. What a nice fish. One very special event that they do at SUND'S Lodge is something called the Beach Bistro. It actually means the shore lunch, but by no means is it a shore lunch. It's a eating extravaganza on a beautiful point of land. This week, we've been able to meet all of the people that are staying here fishing from different parts of the U.S. and some from Canada. And when you get to the bistro, they have wine waiting for you. They have a nice warm chowder. They have everything that you want for an amazing meal on the water. My favorite part is when they take fresh Dungeness crabs and they show the guest how to put them to sleep, how to crack them open, and then they do a big crab boil. And usually the crab boil is also joined with a nice salad and sausages and other meats and anything that you want to drink or eat. The bistro is an amazing time when we trade fish stories and get to know one another while filling up our tummies and then going back on the water. What's going on, bro? What's happening?
I don't know.
Are you giving them a lesson on getting like big fish out of the rocks?
That's it.
I think you had a bigger fish grab this guy. That's what I think.
Any war wounds on it?
Look at how bright and yellow this fish is. I don't know, that's weird. There's no way this fish could have fought that hard.
I don't know.
Isn't that gorgeous? You know, saying earlier about those fins. Look at how bright those front fins are.
Beautiful.
Isn't that a gorgeous fish?
Beautiful.
Look at, unbelievable. What a difference in color to the one that I caught, the other one.
Yeah.
Look at its face, beautiful.
Beautiful fish.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try to drop it over. It's got lots of energy, and I don't want to get those hooks in my hand. He's probably gonna drop off and swim away. Wow, he took off like a bullet.
Very
Well done, Ben. I'm gonna get back over here because we're on to fish. You know, I'm holding in my hand probably my favorite size MFS baits, these jigging lures that I use. I've had really good luck with the smaller ones in Florida when the larger predator fish are feeding on the smaller bait fish, but it seems here in BC, the larger size seems to be working really well, and I can understand why. We've actually landed fish that have regurgitated, fish that are even bigger than this, and even octopus. So they're very simple. You can tie your line directly to them. You can see that the hooks vary in size. I actually upgraded the hooks on the smaller one. These are double X strong. So this one here is already a double X strong, so I didn't have to upgrade it. But the way you fish these is you let it go right to the bottom, and they do that really well. And then you just give it a lift, maybe about 5-6 feet high. And the key is to let it free fall so that it has that darting action from side to side. Sometimes you can let it hit bottom, but most of the time, especially here in British Columbia, when we're fishing the breaks, we try to let it fall at the deepest just a little bit off bottom because it's so easy to get hung up with that treble hook. But I'll tell you what, these work really well. And if you're gonna come out here, the lodge has a good selection of them and the guide has them in the boat. But if you wanna bring some, of your own, I would choose a few colors, but really cover the different weights from about 1 ounce all the way up to almost like a pound when you're fishing in that deeper water. But to fish these properly, you gotta have a stiffer rod and heavier line. So I would recommend even anything from 40 to about 100-pound test works well. The heavier the line, the better, because if you get on bottom, you get stuck. With the heavier line, you got a good chance of pulling it off. SUND'S Lodge knows that fishermen get hungry, and one of the services they provide, which is literally unheard of elsewhere, they have a burger boat. This boat is equipped with a barbecue. The chef comes on board, he has some helpers, and they have meats like sausages, hamburger, chicken, and buns and condiments, everything that you need. They go up to each fishing boat, they pull alongside, they ask you what you'd like, how you'd like it, and they go ahead and prepare it right there, fresh on the barbecue. I mean, it's a mind-blowing, forget about having like a packed lunch with sandwiches and, you know, some fruit, cookies and stuff. To have like barbecued lunch on the water is just amazing. And everybody eats their fill. It's usually followed up by dessert. And then the burger boat goes on to the next boat and the next boat and the next boat. Is that service with class or what? Keep the pressure up, up, get it up. Give him a stick, Ben, give him a stick. I'm gonna come over and watch. Okay, you know what, that's a keeper. Jason, we need your help. Very nice. Stay on there, beautiful Ling. Okay, look it. Beautiful, well done, come on.
Oh, it's got an octopus coming out of its mouth.
No way, I love octopus. You wanna have it tonight with a little bit of lemon?
No,
what?
that's
You don't like
really
sashimi?
freaky.
What? That's not
God.
freaky.
Yeah, it's
I
coming
think
out.
that's awesome. Okay,
It's
good.
coming out.
Good, let me see. Come on. Yeah, he just ate it. I
That's
wish I
like
had
an
something.
alien
Where's the
movie.
pliers here?
Oh.
Isn't that beautiful? Look it. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay, here,
she's
you
empty.
take the first bite.
Ah.
Well, we know what he was eating. Man, he knows how to eat good. Yeah. That's expensive seafood right there.
There you go.
Okay. Did you want to take this fish home?
Yes.
If you don't, I will, because they're very good eating.
That's a keeper.
Yeah, because you're allowed to take one back. I love to eat fish besides catching them. And one of the things that SUND'S Lodge does, they know that people are here to have fun, to socialize, to meet friends, and to have a total experience, but they also would like to have some fish to take home. So what they have is actually a facility, when the guides are done cleaning the fish, to actually take all of the pieces of fish or the whole fish or fillets to a facility they have right here on the grounds where they vacuum seal all the different types of fish. They name them properly, then they put them in boxes in a very large walk-in freezers to ensure that everything is flash frozen and it's fresh. Actually, some of the guests have the option of having some of the fish sent out to be canned, smoked, and they can even take it home fresh if they want. They don't have to have it frozen. So what a way to enjoy your fish, to make sure that it arrives at your home fresh so that you can share it with your whole family. Nice head shakes, Ben.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
If I had to guess, I'd say another link cod.
Good. Nice one. Nice head shakes. Here, Jacob, here's the pliers.
All right, we'll get this guy back in the water.
Hi, we're Bruce and Lisa BARLEAN, owners of SUND'S Lodge. We would like to invite you to join us at one of the most beautiful places on earth for a trip of a lifetime. We also call it summer camp for grown-ups, so it's nothing but fun and relaxation. We have 5-star accommodations. We've spent the off-season upgrading everything that our guests will experience. We would love for you to come and join us.
The fishing here is quite amazing. We got all 5 species of salmon, got all kinds of bottom fish, lingcod, halibut, rock cod. We welcome you to come fishing with us and look forward to it. It's one of the most beautiful places in the world that you can fish.
You know we got a double header, right, Ben?
Oh, did you get one?
Yeah, I got one over here. You got one over there. I think you're gonna get yours up first, probably. This one's really thrashing and head shaking. It's okay, a little cool back. It's amazing. It's a greenling again. Look at, beautiful. So can you imagine, you know, we've got thousands upon thousands of miles of coastline, and when you get on these breaks, the fish are pretty well everywhere.
Canadian Sport Fishing has been brought to you in part by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Yamaha, conquer outdoors. Dickies, quality workwear since 1922. Blue Cam, a cleaner running engine for a cleaner environment.
I like this color because, you know, it's like a natural baitfish color. And some spoons are wider and flatter. This MFS baits spoon is more slender, so it has a faster dropping action. That's why I gotta be careful that I don't get caught on the bottom. Just let it go down. Plus, look at the view I've got here. This is beautiful, the mountains, this nice rock island. I'm surprised there's no seal around it. Because sometimes they look at the fishermen and they know when we got a fish on.